March 2025 proved to be another whirlwind month for former President Donald Trump. From reigniting trade wars to reviving annexation dreams, Trump's actions sent ripples across the globe. This essay delves into the key events that unfolded, examining their implications and the reactions they elicited. Buckle up, dear readers, as we navigate the tumultuous waters of Trump's March madness. Trump, never one to shy away from the spotlight, seemed intent on keeping himself firmly planted in the headlines. His pronouncements on trade, foreign policy, and even messaging apps revealed his unique brand of politics was alive and well. Whether cheered as a patriot or condemned as a provocateur, Trump's March 2025 antics left no one indifferent. The month's events provided a stark reminder of Trump's enduring influence on the American psyche and the global stage. While no longer residing in the White House, his pronouncements continued to reverberate, shaping debates and influencing policies. As we unpack the particulars of his March escapades, we'll see how Trump continues to be a force to be reckoned with today. On March 31st, a day christened Liberation Day by Trump himself, the former president announced a hefty 25% tariff on all foreign-made automobiles and their parts. This bold move was part of his broader strategy to reshape the global trade landscape in favor of American interests. Trump argued that this tariff was a necessary reciprocal measure aimed at countries that dared to impose trade barriers against the United States. He believed that by leveling the playing field, American industries would thrive and jobs would return to American soil. Trump, with his characteristic bluntness, declared that he couldn't care less if foreign automakers responded by raising prices. He was confident that American automakers were poised to reap the benefits of his protectionist policies. He envisioned a resurgence of American manufacturing, with factories buzzing and workers thriving. However, the reaction to Trump's Liberation Day declaration was swift and fierce. Critics argued that the tariffs would do more harm than good, potentially sparking a trade war that could have far-reaching consequences. The Yale Budget Lab estimated that these tariffs could inflict a financial blow on the average American consumer, costing them an extra $2,700 to $3,400 per year. This potential increase in living costs sparked widespread concern and debate. Unsurprisingly, the stock market responded with a collective shudder, with the S&P 500 enduring its worst quarter since the tumultuous year of 2022. Consumer confidence, already teetering on the brink, plunged to a dispiriting 12-year low. The economic uncertainty was palpable, affecting both Wall Street and Main Street. Our neighbors to the north, the ever-polite Canadians, opted for a more subtle form of protest. Billboards began popping up in U.S. cities, reminding Americans of the benefits of free trade and the interconnectedness of the North American economy. These billboards served as a gentle nudge, urging Americans to reconsider the broader implications of protectionist policies. Economists, meanwhile, expressed skepticism about Trump's claims, questioning whether the tariffs would actually bolster U.S. manufacturing or simply pad the pockets of a select few. They warned that the long-term effects could be detrimental to the global economy. As the debate raged on, one thing was clear: the era of tariffs and trade wars had begun, and its impact would be felt for years to come. As the debate raged on, one thing was clear: the era of tariffs and trade wars had begun, and its impact would be felt for years to come. As if reimposing tariffs weren't enough to keep him occupied, Trump decided to dust off an old ambition: annexing Greenland. This wasn't the first time the idea had surfaced. Back in 2019, Trump had floated the notion, only to be met with widespread ridicule and disbelief. Yet, undeterred by the past reactions, he revived the proposal with renewed vigor. The former president, known for his unconventional diplomatic overtures, reiterated his desire to see the icy island nation become a part of the United States. He framed it as a strategic move, citing Greenland's untapped natural resources and its critical location in the Arctic. Adding fuel to the fire, he even hinted that military options were not entirely off the table. This aggressive stance raised eyebrows and concerns both domestically and internationally, as it suggested a willingness to escalate tensions in an already volatile geopolitical landscape. Vice President J.D. Vance, a loyal foot soldier in the Trump camp, was dispatched to Greenland. His mission was to gauge the local sentiment and explore potential avenues for negotiation, but the visit was met with a cold reception. This visit, however, only served to escalate the controversy. Protests erupted, with Greenlanders and their Danish allies voicing strong opposition to what they saw as an affront to their sovereignty. International condemnation rained down, with world leaders lining up to express their displeasure. The United Nations held emergency sessions to discuss the implications of such a move, emphasizing the importance of respecting international borders. Japanese Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba and Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney, usually known for their diplomatic tact, did not mince words in their denunciations of Trump's annexation aspirations. They warned of the dangerous precedent it could set for global politics. Trump's Greenland fixation left many scratching their heads. Analysts and commentators speculated endlessly about his true intentions, debating whether it was a serious policy proposal or a mere distraction from domestic issues. Was it a genuine desire to expand American territory? The idea seemed far-fetched to many, but Trump had always prided himself on thinking outside the box, a bargaining chip in some grand geopolitical chess game. Some believed it was a strategic maneuver to gain leverage in other international negotiations, a classic Trumpian tactic, or simply the whim of a man who couldn't resist the allure of owning a giant ice cube. The notion was both amusing and perplexing, adding another layer of intrigue to Trump's already controversial legacy. Whatever the motivation, Trump's pronouncements managed to unite the international community in their opposition to his plans. The world watched closely, waiting to see what the next move in this unexpected saga would be. March wouldn't be complete without a healthy dose of scandal, and Trump, as always, delivered. The month was rife with political drama, and the president found himself at the center of yet another controversy. This time, the controversy revolved around the encrypted messaging app Signal. The app, known for its secure communication, became the unlikely focal point of a national security debate. Military plans, it seems, had been inadvertently shared with a journalist through the app. The leak raised alarms within the defense community, sparking concerns about the potential risks of using such platforms for sensitive information. While many saw this as a serious breach of national security, Trump dismissed it as fake news and a witch hunt. His supporters echoed his sentiments, rallying behind him with fervor. True to form, he refused to fire anyone involved, further solidifying his reputation as someone who valued loyalty above all else. This decision, while controversial, was consistent with his leadership style. The Signal app incident highlighted a recurring theme in the Trump era, the blurring of lines between personal communication and official business. It raised questions about the adequacy of current protocols and the need for stricter guidelines. It also underscored Trump's unwavering belief in his own version of events, regardless of evidence or expert opinion. His confidence in his narrative remained unshaken, even in the face of mounting criticism. Despite the seriousness of the allegations, Trump seemed unfazed, continuing to conduct his affairs with the same mix of bravado and defiance that had become his trademark. His approach to governance remained as unconventional as ever. Despite the controversy swirling around him, Trump remained characteristically bullish. His base of supporters continued to stand by him, undeterred by the negative press. He shrugged off concerns about his policies causing volatility on Wall Street, pointing to polls that showed a significant portion of Americans believed the country was on the right track. His economic policies, though divisive, had their share of proponents. Whether this confidence was warranted or simply a case of willful ignorance remained to be seen. The nation watched closely, divided in their opinions about the president's actions and their implications. Stay tuned, folks, because the Trump show is far from over. With each passing day, new developments and controversies emerge, ensuring that the political landscape remains as turbulent as ever.